Okay, I'm starting my video out today by reading Revelation chapter 1 and verse 8, which says, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the ending, saith the Lord, which is, and which was, and which is to come, the Almighty. Okay, look at the numbers of the scripture. First of all, Revelation equals 121, and 1 plus 2 plus 1 is 4, so it shrinks down to a 4. You get chapter 1 and verse 8. So you get 418. And if you add it to its reverse, don't carry the number over. Like 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 and 1 is 2. And again, the 4 and 8 make a 3. So you get 323. And the phrases which is, which was, which is to come equals 323 in simple gematria. And 3 times 23 is 69. Pi equals 69 in Hebrew gematria. Pi represents time. So then if you're going backwards, 32 times 3 will be 96. So it's pi, opposite pi. Time, anti-time. God does not exist in time. He's outside of time, but he can control all of time. And if you take the W, which is the beginning of each one of these phrases, W equals 23. There's 3 W's. 3 times 23 is 69. And going backwards, again, it'll be the 96. Because God always is in the now. And if you take the number 323, 323 put next to it itself, 323. 3 and 2 make a 5. The 2 3's make a 6. 2 and 3 make a 5. So you get 565, which is the numbers of now. N is 14th letter, 1 plus 4 is 5. O is the 15th letter, 1 plus 5 is 6. W is the 23rd letter, 2 plus 3 is 5. So you get 565. And what's interesting, the English gematria value of which is, which was, and which is to come equals 1938. If you use the Gematrinator, it's under the Sumerian value. But 1938 is 969 plus 969. So again, you see pi and the opposite of pi. And if you take these numbers and do this, 9 times 6 times 9 plus 9 times 6 times 9 is going to equal 972. Add to its reverse, 279 is 1251. And I talked about how this has to do with symmetry in time, the 12 numbers on the clock, 12 going backwards. It has to do with time and anti-time coming together to make now. Because God has the perfect symmetry, so he always exists in the now. He controls all the time. And what else was I going to say here? Oh, yeah, so another thing I was going to say is if you take the number 323 and do this, 3 times 2 times 3 times 3 times 2 times 3, it's going to equal 324. And I talked about how that has to do with the stopping of time. If you multiply all the numbers of time stops, 2 times 9 times 4 times 5. If you shrink all these letters down to the smallest value, times 1 times 2 times 6 times 7 times 1, it's going to equal 30240. So it has to do with stopping of time, because with God there is no time. So when time and anti-time come together, that's when time stops. That's when we leave time. And another thing too, if 324 has to do with a clock, if you shrink each letter down to the word clock, like C is 3, L is 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, O is 15, 1 plus 5 is 6, C is 3, K is 11, 1 plus 1 is 2, and you multiply all these numbers together, it's going to equal 324. So it has to do with time. And again, if you take 3 times 2 times 4 times 4 times 2 times 3, it's going to equal 576. Add to the reverse, 675. It's going to be 1251, just like here. So it all leads to God being in control of all time. He is, he was, and he is to come, because he controls all time. So he's all time. It's like all time synchronized, past, present, future. He is now. And Well, that's my video for today, and I hope everybody has a good day.